So I'm thinking about doing, and I've been considering it a lot, before we tune the MS42 computer, which is what's in the car, I think I might head to the junkyard and see if I can source the MS43 setup before we get too involved with this. The MS42 is really just a limited platform, and the MS43, we can go so much further with tuning. So we're gonna see if that's something that we'll just do now and get it over with before we get too involved with this. Pick your part. So after getting involved with the ZKart's factory engine management system, Vlad and I decided that for the $100 it's going to pretty much cost me in used parts here to just upgrade the computers. There's like 5 or 6 E46s at the scrapyard, an X5 and an X3 as well, and we'll see which one has the parts we need, and we'll just kind of go grab them. It should be pretty straightforward, but we'll see how it goes once we get there. But yeah, like I said, I was gonna try to make the MS42 work, but there's really no sense in fighting it. I mean, just get the MS43 and we'll be in so much better shape and be really able to squeeze a lot more out of the car than we could on the MS42. So that's what we're doing, and we should be at the pick your part shortly. It's only a couple streets away from my shop, and we'll be there in a minute. All right, we have our little tool cart here. Let's get after it. Cost a whopping $3 to get in here. Okay guys, we're out here at LKQ. It's I've never been to this one before. There's a lot of cars here, and within a couple rows here we got 3 E46s. So this is what I'm trying to avoid, finding something like this, wires been cut, etc. However, being 3 MS43 cars here, we'll definitely be able to find everything we need. So there's 2 in this row, so I'll probably start with these 2. And I'm gonna start by grabbing this one. The accelerator pedal's pretty right there and easy, so we'll grab that. This one, you can see somebody needed the motor mounts, and they cut all the wiring. So, you know, like I said, there's various ones in various stages here. Not sure about the ones that have the wiring harnesses all cut up, not thrilled about that. But here's one that looks mostly intact. So I think this will probably be the one we'll do. My only concern is this one had the hood up, and I am worried that, you know, rain and stuff could have got in, but we'll see. Maybe they'll warranty computers here or not. I mean, they're only $37, so it's really not the end of the world. But this one seems pretty chopped up too. So worst case scenario, we have that X3, we have 3 E46s, and oh, we got 7 series. All right, I gotta stop getting distracted. I come to Junkyards and I turn to a kid into a candy store. But all right, let's start pulling some stuff off and stop wasting time. guys, pretty successful day. We have our MS-43 computer, we have our fly-by-wire throttle body, we have our accelerator pedal. The only thing I wasn't able to do was pull the entire harness, because this goes through like the main harness through the firewall and everything. So I had to cut this, which I'll have to figure out how to pin this into the computer. That shouldn't be really that big of a deal. And we have a full wiring harness. So with all this, it was $160 for the whole swap. So like I said, all I have to do is figure out the pinouts on the wiring harness, and that should be about it. Hey, here I'm back at LKQ. It's the next day. I made a stupid mistake, and I just tell you guys what happened. I pulled a throttle body off of a X3, and I didn't even look at what the engine was, but it was a 2.5 liter. So my dummy mistake means I pulled it was a 64 millimeter throttle body off, and the 3 liter motor is the 70 millimeter throttle body. Not a big deal. Okay, LKQ here has a 30-day return policy, so I just went in and swapped it out with a 330 throttle body, and that's all good. That's where I'm at. Kind of a stupid mistake, but me, I love walking around these junkyards anyways. It's so cool to, you know, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm like, oh, I could use that. I could put this on this, and you know, oh, look at those side skirts off that car. I bet that would fit. You know what I mean? Like, I just get super out of control. So it's good that I got to one of these junkyards, because I haven't been to a Florida junkyard yet. So this is kind of interesting. And what we're doing today is we're going to just make an oil catch can. So as you know, we installed our breather tubes from our valve cover. So right now we just got to make a tank to collect the oil and vapors, and that's really it. It's gonna be pretty simple, but we're gonna put it right in this location. It's a good spot. This whole area is obviously empty, kind of away from the heat a little bit, and it's just makes sense to put it here. So that's what we're gonna do today. Gonna be very simple, and I'll show you how we do that right now. Okay, so the catch can is gonna go right here, and we're gonna make it, I'm just gonna kind of go for whatever number looks like it'll work here. We'll go 8 inches by like 5 will work. We'll go just underneath this ledge here. So by 5. So we're gonna go 5 by 5 by 8. So here's our 8 by 5. And we'll get it sheared up. Here's where I'm at with my oil catch can. Just a simple box, and this is my idea. I've seen a couple of them and seen how they're designed, and they're pretty straightforward. So my idea, so this is stainless steel, just a Brillo pad really, and what that's gonna do is we're gonna have the intake come on the left side here, and the vent is going to be at the right, but it'll be all sealed up, and it'll have to vent through here. So all the liquids will get caught in the bottom, and then any gases will be able to vent through this filter element, is really what this is, and just out a couple of small breathers to atmosphere. So these will be on the top of the lid. There'll be 2 of them right over our filter element. And I really think that should work. I've never built one of these before, but the concept's pretty simple. I mean, I've seen some online that are just chambers, really. So I think this might be the best way to go for that. Okay, now what we're doing is turning down a piece of aluminum. See how it's pretty thick wall? We need to make this so it will fit. So this is the size of the dash 10 fitting, that inner diameter, so we need to maintain that. but we need to be able to sleeve our filter element, this rubber piece, over it. So I just have to take down the wall and thin the wall down to in order to go over that. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, we have our filter marked. I actually have 2 marks on there. I just need to pull it down a little more to center it more on our internal filter element. But these filters are going to sit something just like that. And here's our piece of aluminum we turned down. So what we're going to do is drill holes the same outer diameter as that. We'll push it through and then weld just the bottom from the inside, because this is pretty thin. And this will we'll just weld it from the back side of it. And then the same with these AN fittings. We will make sure our lines line up. I mean, we can do these like this or however it's gonna work out. It doesn't really matter, but we need to check on the car before we do that. So let me get these drilled, and then we'll figure out where our AN lines are gonna go. Well, here we have it. Here's our fancy box. Just got to get it welded up. Whoa! Aluminum. Never looked hot. That's it. Very simple design, but it should be effective. And now we just got to weld the thing up. Now we're rounding out this job here. Here's our oil catch can. And that I was actually able to reuse this two factory studs there. So that's gonna go here. Right now we're just going to finger tight these on and get our hoses mocked up, cut, and connect these 2 fittings, and this sucker is pretty much done for our catch can. Oh, the only thing I do have to add is a bung to drain it, and I'm just gonna hit up a gear head for that. I'll probably put one right down in this corner or something like that, and that way I can just drain right out the side here and not make a mess. So, come together really well. Well guys, check this out. We have a last minute, just quick little fun thing we're doing here. We have this splitter. I made it out of alu panel. And right now, I made the template actually out of cardboard, and now we're just kind of fine-tuning it here. Well, there it is, guys. Nothing fancy, but it was really bothering me. It's Emilio getting wild outside with his Supra. Nothing too fancy, but we'll get it painted black and all good looking. We'll probably spatter paint it, but maybe we'll just leave it black, who knows. But yeah, that definitely cleans up the front end on this car. It needed something. It was a little weird looking. All right, guys, thanks for watching. That pretty much does it for last week. I didn't have much time to work on the kart last week, so we just did those few items. I actually had some real work and real money I had to make instead of tinkering around with that thing. So this week, though, I'll hopefully get to the MS43 swap, and I just have to coordinate with Vlad on that because I don't want the car to have any downtime, because once I do the swap, it's up to him to code the computer, delete the EWS system, and do all that. But we'll get into all the details of the MS42 to MS43 swap as we're doing it. I found online there's definitely a bunch of information, but I would like to provide like a how-to, like this is exactly what wire goes to this pin kind of situation, and make it easier for anybody who might have that swap going on. So hopefully I'll be able to coordinate with Vlad and we can do that together and show you guys how that's done. In the meantime, thanks you guys for watching. I actually might tinker with this car a little bit today. I know it hasn't been on the channel much, but this is my S54 wide body E30, and I just have a few items to paint. I gotta get the front bumper settled and squared away in this car, but I'm hopefully gonna bring this car back to the channel a little bit because, man, this car is an absolute ripper as well. This car is just so much fun. I've really just needed to take a day to button up a few items, so that's about it. So hopefully I'll get this car started again, and we'll just keep ripping it, guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.